Since it was first established in 1882, the Royal College of Music in London has trained many of the world's most promising young musicians. This is Millie Forrest, a 24-year-old master's student who is training to be a classical singer at the Royal College.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Today, Millie has a rehearsal and practice performance with her friend and accompanist, Joe.
Is that okay?
We love it.
Many of the students here have already been playing and performing for years, and Millie is no different.
Always push the right time.
Here we go. So I've been singing from about the age of 7, for as long as I can remember. I've always loved music. I'm not from a very musical family, so I'm not really sure where my voice has come from. But from an early age, I knew that I loved being on stage and loved performing.
Do it.
Great. Should we just have a go and see how we
What's
get
a
on?
good tempo for you?
She knew that if she won a place at the Royal College of Music, it would be a real chance to turn her passion into a profession.
I had decided to do a master's at the Royal College of Music probably 3 years ago. And when I got in, because it's all audition based, when I got in, I thought, oh, okay, well, maybe I've got a good chance then. And it's been going well ever since. Just at the end.
Yeah.
It's really fabulous. I'm improving all the time. I have some lovely friends here. But it is tiring, and the competition is really high. There are lots of singers out in London who are really talented.
But while Millie is following her dream, isn't it difficult being a full-time student in London, one of Europe's most expensive cities?
It is, absolutely. It's very expensive. And so I've had to have a part-time job all the way through my studies. I've been working for 6 years alongside my training. At the moment, I'm an usher at the Wigmore Hall, and I've been there for 3 years now.
So what does a concert hall usher do?
We mainly look after the audience when there are concerts, and we do jobs such as checking tickets, and we're there in case there's a fire or emergency. My whole body.
In fact, many music students work as ushers, and most of them dream of being on stage themselves one day. But for Millie, this opportunity came a little sooner than expected, in July 2017.
And keep the energy right through to the end.
Well, I had a call on the Wednesday evening, and John Gilhooly, who's the director of the hall, told me that he'd like me to step in for a concert on the Saturday. So I had a few days to prepare, but there was a rehearsal first thing on Thursday morning. So I stayed up until probably 1 in the morning that night, desperately learning all the music. I found the words particularly tricky, actually. So, a lot of the pieces were in French and German. So I got cracking straight away.
And after just 3 days of preparation, Millie took to the stage. But did the audience know she was standing in for a singer who was ill?
There was an announcement made at the beginning of the concert, which was lovely because I think the whole audience was on my side and everyone wanted me to do well.
And it didn't take Millie long to impress with her voice.
There was a great applause, everyone was smiling and clapping, and I did have a feeling that I'd done well.
And the audience weren't the only ones to take notice.
So after the concert, everything went quiet for a couple of weeks. Life just went back to normal. And then just out of the blue, the Times asked whether they could do an article on me about what had happened. And it was a really nice story. So I think it really warmed people's hearts. And it was nice to make people smile. So that day, all of these different news channels got in touch, and I went to the BBC and did an interview for them, and then I met Sky as well. And it was really exciting. I must have done 5 or 6 interviews in the same day. And then I remember the next morning, the Evening Standard had brought out their newspaper, and I saw my face on the front cover. And when I got onto the tube, everyone was reading that paper. So I saw about 100 Millies down the carriage. That was really surreal. And I think that was when it had sunk in a little bit. Because the most exciting part for me was getting to sing in the Wigmore Hall along all these fabulous singers that I really admire and look up to. But then I sort of hadn't focused on the media side as much. So it was a lovely occasion.
But has this opportunity helped Millie's career?
I think it has. I think it's given me a boost. It's made me really inspired, and it's made me work harder over the last year. But actually, life carries on, and I still have a lot that I want to work on. My voice is nowhere near perfect, and I'm my biggest critic. But it was nice to know that someone had me in mind and wanted to encourage me. So fingers crossed things will carry on that positively.
And does she still work at the Wigmore Hall?
I still work there as an usher. It's still really expensive living in London. And every now and again, someone comes in and asks, "Are you going to be performing here soon?" And I just have to tell them that hopefully soon, because you never know what people are planning. But it was a lovely story when it happened.